Holy cow, what's going on, everybody? Today I want to talk about this new Catalyst store that just got added permanently this morning. That's right, this store will always be here. You'll always have a way to pick up some Catalysts for some units, and it's essentially an unlimited supply of them. Now, some of them do have purchase limits, but they're on a weekly reset, which means they essentially are unlimited, because if you wanted to pick up all of the tier 2 alpha every week for some reason, by the end of the year you'd have nearly 600 tier 2 alpha. Who needs that many tier 2 alpha? They're essentially unlimited, you know what I mean? Before we get to the massive changes that this is going to have on the player base, massive I think, at least, we'll have to see in time if that comes true, I want to show you how to get to the store. So first off, you click the store tab up top there, and then what you have to do is you have to scroll over, and it's the 12th store. It's store number 12 out of 13. These store tabs, they've gotten completely out of control. All right, jokes aside, though, this is going to have some big changes on the way players approach MCOC. First off, this is the Paragon store, as you can see with the Paragon icon there. I do have some screenshots of some of the other stores. For Thronebreaker level players, the costs are all the same. It's just that the purchase limits change. You can see that for tier 4 class Catalyst, now there is a limit of 10 per week, whereas for Paragon there was no limit. But again, is that actually a limit? I don't think so. And then the costs do change. They actually go up quite a bit for Cav level players, where the tier 4 class Catalyst, they're now 50 units. Same thing with tier 4 basic. The quantity of tier 5 basic have gone down, and the cost of tier 2 alpha, these things have also doubled. So it does change based on your title, but you are able to still participate in these stores even if you're not of the highest progression level. I don't have any screenshots of uncollected, but I would really appreciate if someone, if you are uncollected, if you can just maybe put a little comment of exactly how the store looks, because I am interested for my new account challenges that I do, which, by the way, yes, I do plan on doing another new account challenge sometime this year. I can't tell you exactly when. We're waiting for the right in-game events to kind of line up. That way the new account can have as good a chance as possible as progressing as fast and as far as possible. But this will have an effect on it, so I'll get a chance to see firsthand, how something like this store affects, a new player's progression. So I'm kind of reserving my judgment from a newer player's perspective on that until I go through it firsthand, because I really don't know how I'm going to feel about it. As some of you know, I made this video talking about the gifting history and future of MCOC, where instead of looking at things from like a pay to win or free to play friendly perspective, I categorized it as spending or gameplay. And spending is not just money, it's also spending units, or are you going through like challenges to progress? And it seemed like a lot of it was heading in the spending to progress. Again, not necessarily money, but units. So this store is a great example of that, of heading in that direction still, where they're going to get you to progress one way or another, whether you can complete the content or just make a little transactional purchase here. And I don't know if that's as exciting to from someone who likes to be rewarded from actually playing the game perspective. So I don't know how that'll translate in a new account run. But again, I'm going to reserve judgment. Maybe it'll be a great thing, because maybe I'll be just one tier 4 class Catalyst shy of being able to rank up a champ that will allow me to push for, this time I want to go for Thronebreaker or something like that. So maybe it'll be a very welcome addition. We'll see. As far as the veteran players, the players who have been playing this game for a long time, well, you guys will have to let me know how you feel. But the first thing that I thought of when I saw this store is, okay, a tier 2 alpha is 60 units. You know what else is 60 units? Well, I don't play Alliance War anymore, but when I did, and when I was, running the full recoil masteries up here, just to place defense, I would have to, hit the recover button down there, fill in most of my masteries, except for the recoil ones. and then I'd place my defenders, and then I'd put my points back in, and that cost just over 60 units usually. So I was thinking, like, just for participating in war, I'm essentially trading away a tier 2 alpha, and that stings a little bit, you know. That definitely dissuades me from wanting to play Alliance War when it's already kind of difficult to justify playing Alliance War, because there's always this value proposition. It used to be in the glory store and spending glory on potions to heal up your champions over just spending the glory on catalysts, and now that's just been shifted over to the loyalty store, where again you can spend your loyalty to actually play Alliance War and be competitive, or you can just use that loyalty to progress. And then you look at the Alliance War seasonal rewards here, and man, they're just they've seen better days. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. Okay, here we go. They've seen some better days. Some of the rewards up here, even if you were like the number 1 alliance, it makes you think, like, of course you can't get all of these things out of the catalyst store, but like the tier 5 basics, are you spending more than 3 tier 5 basic just to swap your masteries around per war? Now the thing is, this has always been a thing. This is not new. So is this going to have an effect on players or not? And that's the part that I struggle with, because I've always seen the value of units having to save them for later, for picking up, 4th of July Cyber Weekend offers, the gifting event, other special offers that come around for, exclusive champions like Vision, whatever the case may be. I always saw the value, and it always stung to spend those units on swapping masteries. But there was never a more direct comparison to, looking at this store. Maybe you don't need tier 2 alpha. Maybe you're like, who cares? I'll burn a tier 2 alpha just to swap my masteries, just to place defenders. Not even talking about if you have to swap your masteries mid-war. Maybe you're going up against a warlock and you're like, oh god, I gotta take off willpower now, or something like that, right? Okay, so maybe you didn't need those. Okay, well, 60 units is also 3 tier 4 class catalysts. So over a 12 war season, we're talking about 36 of these tier 4 class catalysts that you're spending, essentially spending just to place your defenders if you run recoil masteries. Like, oh man, players, when the costs are a little bit more hidden, I feel like players feel a little bit more comfortable making that trade-off. But when the costs are so directly comparable, I am curious how that's going to affect other players. If players are going to see how not worth it war really is. And my question is, like, why does Kabam hate Alliance War so much? It really feels like they're just trying to push players out of competing in Alliance War every way possible. And, well, for the players that love Alliance War, that sucks. For the players that hate Alliance War, congratulations. You're progressing probably at a faster rate than those that are trying their asses off in Alliance War. But man, I just feel bad for the actual Alliance War players out there, man. It's never been a good trade, and now it just feels even worse from that perspective. But maybe people won't care. Maybe people will still choose to be competitive. We'll have to see, man. Now, of course, Kabam can fix this. They can have economy updates, and they can, add stores like this that would not necessarily have such rippling effects if they did 2 things that I think Alliance War players would appreciate very much. First is, well, let's go back to masteries. Maybe there should be some sort of automatic, a defense set up for your masteries where, yeah, you can have a certain mastery build just for your defenders or something like that, and it no longer costs you 60 units or the equivalent of 3 tier 4 class catalysts or a tier 2 alpha just to place your defenders. You could do something to that effect, maybe, or maybe it's not even an or, maybe it's an and you could actually buff Alliance War season rewards. Now, Kabam has already said that they want to, buff these rewards, so at this point, there's not much to say about it. Other than I think they need to massively bump these Alliance War season rewards. Or they are, oh man, they're just not looking good, man. I don't even play Alliance Wars anymore. It's just I feel for the players that do. It's just like watching your friends hurt themselves by participating in Alliance War when it feels like they should be rewarded for it, man. But it's the costs are just so high. I mean, participation is not the problem. By the way, I should clarify that. When you participate in Alliance Wars, you still are rewarded for it. It's just when you try to compete in Alliance Wars and you're spending that time and you're spending the units on mastery swaps and you're spending the loyalty on boosts and potions rather than, actually getting some of these good rewards here. That's really when, the value proposition is just, oh, so blatantly not worth it. So, yeah, man, hopefully those changes come through sooner rather than later. The Alliance War update and hopefully some sort of mastery update as well. Otherwise, yeah, again, my heart goes out to the Alliance War players of MCOC. Good luck to you. That'll do it for this video, though. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe you don't care about the Alliance War stuff and you're just happy that the story got added. You could put that in a comment. Put however you feel in the comment. Don't hold back. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. See you in the next one. Take care.